talk. Hey, got me watching.
What's up, everybody, man? Thank you guys for tuning in to TDM Talk. We are back. Thank you guys for being patient with us as we've had some changes. As you can see, we are here live at Urban Goods, man. Shout out to Urban Goods, Marty and Squeak, Lou, everybody, the whole Urban Goods team, man. Thank you guys for allowing us to use this. Thank you to Trap Vision Films for helping us with this. As you can see, we are in the building we got my man LatinX HipHop and my guy Carlos Slim in the building, man. Y'all, tap in with them, check them out. Their profiles will be in the description. I'll make sure and give them a follow and check it out, man. Thank you guys for coming, man. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. Coming to that North Central, man. Appreciate the love. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Latinx Hip Hop. Tell us, I guess, a little bit about the beginning. Like, what made you get into what you do now? Like, what?
Man, well, everything is just really, for the love of hip hop, and like I mentioned before, being able to support, people that look like me, and then just, hip hop all together. So, and it's crazy because when I first started, I didn't think there was that many of us, that were rapping, and once I started, I'd say maybe like 3 months when I started getting real serious with it, is when I started discovering other artists. Misery, Yazzie Nicole, started meeting all them, Crispiola. And some of them reached out to me, so like Misery and Crispiola were probably the first two that reached out. Yeah, I started checking everybody out, and man, I was surprised with the talent that's in this city and other cities that I've discovered.
Yeah, I mean, just the city alone is crazy. Like, I find a lot of people through you, for those that don't know, man, we got a monthly playlist every month, man. TDM, Latinx, hip hop playlist every month, man, where people can submit their music. You got your single that you want to promote, man. DM us. We'll be kind of tightening up a bit on the criteria, so be on the lookout for that. So when you see us post, make sure that you tap in with us, man. And that's what we do. We do for the underground. We try to promote those that, like you said, that look like us, that don't have the avenue that most others, that they actually pay for and don't really maybe get the results that we provide or that you provide through with what you do. So I just want to say that I appreciate your friendship, man, and our business working relationship. So, let me jump over here with my man Carlos Slim, El Padrino. What's going on, my brother? You good? Okay, that's what's up, man. Trying to, huh? Hey, that's all you can do is try to, man. Yeah. Give us a little bit about your beginnings, man. Like, I know I've seen it in other interviews that I've watched that you do, but, give it for our audience that's watching, just a little bit of how you got started, why you got started.
I started because I thought the world was gonna end. I thought the world was gonna end, and man, I thought the world was ending. I had to pick up the pen. I had to get busy with it. Fuck it. I was like, I didn't know what else to do. Yeah. We were locked at the house. Fucking quarantine, and I just got busy with it. And now look at me, fucking doing interviews and radio podcasts and all
for real, man. It's amazing, bro, because when I first started to hear your music, I was like, man, who is this kid? Like, I didn't know where he was from. And again, you're someone that I heard because of the Latinx hip hop platform that he has. And it's so much talent out there, man. It's crazy. But you're one that definitely stood out because it's not the normal, what you would consider Houston type of rap. When I play some of you guys' music to some of my friends who are really into hip hop, they're like, man, where's this kid from? Like, I ain't never heard of him or whatever. They're like, nah, he's from here in Houston, Yeah. And so, man, it's refreshing to see because it gives us another avenue as to what else is out there. Because, like you said, you go to other cities, even just in Houston. Forget about the other city. We talk about Houston. It's so much hidden talent. Like you said, Miseries and the Crispiolas and the Houston's Own, and people like that don't normally would see in a magazine or you'd see somewhere, at least not yet. So, man, I'm like I said, I'm grateful, man, that I was able to be introduced to you guys and to hear your music and to share the platform and what we do. and either of you can answer this, or you both can to the best of your ability. Like, how did you guys meet? Like, how did y'all not related, right?
Nah,
Oh, okay,
we're
okay.
not related.
Okay, I was like,
We met through my brother.
Yeah, his brother.
Okay.
Me and his brother, we were in the same grade, and you know, his brother he invited me over because they used to have like a little home studio at their house.
okay.
And so, man, from there we clicked, and it's crazy because I haven't even spoke to his brother for years, but
Oh, wow.
I'm still, you know, still with hanging out with Slim and shit.
I mean, we kind of grew up with each other. I mean, that was like 10, 12 years ago. And now look at us as like,
Are y'all the same age?
nah, I'm older.
You're older.
Yeah, he's my little brother's age.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about nobody's age because I'm probably older than everybody in here. So man, that it's crazy how sometimes people connect and then the original connection ain't there anymore, but you've built a bond,
Yeah.
you know, with each other. And yeah, so for you, bro, like what made you want to work with him, or how did that come about, like that conversation,
Well, if we go back to the beginning, like when me and him linked up with his brother,
okay,
just like how you were talking about, like, you know, him as an artist, there wasn't those type of artists in Houston. When I connected with him, that's exactly how I felt. I was all like, you know, I'm meeting somebody else who raps like me,
yeah,
but doesn't rap like everybody else.
yeah,
So, you know, later on down the road, once we kind of like, you know, weren't doing it anymore, you know,
Started
he
living
eventually,
life.
yeah, just, you know,
Yeah.
doing life. He eventually reached out to me. He was talking about getting back into it, and I go, well, you know, let me play a different role for you. You know, let me do the behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and you know, you take care of you yourself as an artist. So you do your thing because you know how to do your thing. So
Yeah, for
handle
sure.
it, and you know, I handle everything online.
That's dope. What made you trust him to be like, you know, to be like, you know what, okay, let's do it. Like, what you, or was it? Well, I don't want to answer for you, but I was like, is it more or less because you already been knowing them, so that kind of that familiarity?
Nah, what made me trust him, I mean, I've had private conversations with this
Yeah,
guy, and I've had to let him know it's like, through the many years that I've lived, the many people that I've dealt with, the only guy that's not really ever tried to like fuck me over or try to get something off of me.
yeah,
Because whenever you're in this thing, man, everybody's in it for a benefit of their own.
yeah,
So everybody's trying to get something, you know. So this is the only guy that whenever we did something, every time we connected, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not like we did something and then fell back 10 steps. And now we gotta fucking do 20 just to
to get back to
just
even.
to get back
Yeah.
even. Shit, but nah, hell nah. Every time me and this guy fucking connected is boom, 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 up.
That's dope, man. Because I always tell people this when I work with someone. Like, I strive for a win-win situation where we can both win. Because that's the way it should be, man. You know, but you got people that they don't feel they're winning as much as you. They don't want to work with you, but you guys seem to have that chemistry and that bond that not a lot of people have, man. And I honestly wish y'all like much success, bro, because you don't really hear too many stories. Because you know, you hear of the fallouts, you hear of the drama, the beef, and you know, he stole money from me, like, you know.
Man, to me, I've already told him this money is gonna come. All this shit of bitches, all that shit is gonna come. That shit's gonna go. That's not gonna ever fucking. Can't put a fucking pile of money in front of me and tell me to switch up on this guy for that. Nah, that's not. I'm cut from a different cloth, man. I'm not like that. Maybe because I'm a little bit older. Maybe I grew up differently. But
It's probably
motherfuckers sell
all
their
that,
soul real quick.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna let it.
Man,
They'll sell their soul real quick.
bro, we were
for
just
a
having
buck.
that conversation right before y'all pulled up, man, about how people, for a dollar amount, you know, like you got to be careful with people who do things for money, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when you're starting out, I think like, damn, this, if he's willing to do that for X amount of dollars, what would he do if a real bag would be dropped? Like, Would he kill me? Would he really backstab me? Would he, do that kind of thing?
Man, right now, I see it. Man, we're not making shit off of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But I see it as a multi-million-dollar enterprise.
Okay.
This is how I treat it.
Yeah.
This is the business. Can't nobody come in between us, and can't nobody. We've already sat down and we've locked in. We've locked in. This unbreakable shit. Like, we've been able to tell everybody, yo. Well, we've been able to tell ourselves. We know who to trust. We know who not to trust. But man, these conversations happen in secrecy.
Yeah.
You know, like I see nowadays, like they be recording you and shit. Man, it makes me like not even want to talk on the phone with nobody anymore. So
Yeah, man, that's and
like, they'll try to expose you,
yeah.
and like they're your own friend. You know, like I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah. Nah.
This episode's about friendship.
Yeah.
This episode
We go,
about friendship.
forget what we was gonna talk about. Let's break into that. No, I'm kidding. Like, now we can really dive deep into some stuff like
No,
that
we
because
dive
we've
deep.
had those private conversations amongst each other. But real ones keep it real, and they know who they can have them conversations with and who they can't, because at the end of the day, as much as you want to unite everybody, and Marty and I spoke about that earlier, man, like we really just want to bring people together.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to argue and complain about crumbs and pennies, then man, like what you gonna do when the real bag comes?
I feel like in our situation, if you ever feel like we fucked you over, because you did it to yourself. That's it. If you ever feel like we fucked you over, because you deserved it.
And you know what? I haven't known either of you long, but when he and I speak about the playlist or an event or whatever we're doing, I trust him. Like, I really just like, yeah, bro, whatever you want to do.
No,
and he kind of does the same with me. He's like, well, you tell me
hear.
what you think. And then, yeah, I'll offer my opinion. He's like, you know what? Okay, cool, let's go with that. Like, it's such a good working relationship because neither of us have an ulterior motive, and that's what people tend to have in this game is ulterior motives, and they know how to hide it well. And I just, like I said, man, I'm definitely rooting for y'all, man, because I love to hear that kind of story, because again, you always hear of the bad shit. You always hear of like the people doing, oh man, old boy did me wrong, bro. I can't really rock with him, but what you guys have and continue to have is so dope. Like the promotion that you put behind them. The events, the shows, whatever it's been. I think the last time I saw you perform was at the White Oak Music Hall.
White Oak, yeah.
Man, my man put on a good show, man. If you guys haven't, man, go check out his music, man. Check out their platforms.
Yeah.
Y'all tap in with him, man. Tap in with LatinX HipHop, especially if you're an up and coming artist, man, and you want your name out there. Hey, this is the man, and we'll tell you. That's another thing that we plan on doing is, you can't just submit music to us anymore. We're going to critique it. We'll listen to it. We're going to give it a fair shot. But if we feel it's not up to par, we got to politely decline and maybe go or maybe pick another song type of thing. But the only reason we do that is because why? We want to provide quality, right? It's quality over quantity.
I mean, regardless, if you think about it, if for us to put you on a playlist, just know we want to make sure you look good whenever somebody hears you for the very first time.
Facts.
So, yeah, that's just how it's gonna be.
If it ain't mixed and mastered, then you send it to it. We sending it right back. Like, nah, you got to go get that fixed, brother. You can't just send us anything, man. Like, we want to make sure that we provide quality, and that's what that's what we strive to do, man. In the beginning for the first year, but the first year that we did this playlist, man, it was definitely pretty much all love. It was like hey, you got a song? Hey, put it on there. It's probably their first song ever. Hey, well, go ahead, man. You put it on there. But yeah, we just at some point you have to level up. You have to change and step up your game. A lot of people that's watching may not know this. We just announced it today that we're having the TDM, the first ever TDM cipher. My man right here is a part of that. He's gonna definitely bring it. We got AB Raps, Chop the Father, Mike Garza, DFD Baby Lee, and my boy Spaceman Apollo. Like, these guys are gonna bring some lyrical heat, man. Have you been a part of a cipher like that?
Nah, it's my first time.
First time?
I've never really worked with artists before. Never. Like, the only feature I've ever had is Chop the Father.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bo Bundy, but shit.
Bo Bundy.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to Bo
the
Bundy.
only fucking rappers I've been in the studio with.
How do you feel about the cipher coming up, like with what we got going
Man,
on? Like,
I'm ready for it. But I mean, I don't see it as like I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as a next step. Like this is
Yeah.
something that needs to be done because there's a lot of people out here thinking that they the ones and they're
Yeah.
really not.
I think that when we do the cipher and it's done and we do we shoot the video and everything and we put it out, that it's gonna set the bar on another level. Like,
most definitely.
like it'll be the standard. Like you have to, if it's not better than what this is, you failed. You know, I'm being as humble as I can. I know me, I'm an angel, man. But I'm telling you, these guys are gonna lyrically bring it.
Hey, you know what my expectation to this cipher is? It's not a mic pass, but I want it to be when you think about that mic pass they did, 20 years ago, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I want you to think about, this was the next step sort of deal. Like, that's legendary. Well, this is going to be, the new legendary kind of cipher. So that's what I'm kind of hoping this does, because Houston needs a new face of artists. Like, we already know Lucky, we know SPM, and I can't think of anybody else at the moment, but it's time for the new faces to come out.
I'm gonna say, it's funny you bring up SPM and Lucky, man. I don't know how you feel about this statement, but Adrian, shout out to Adrian Angelo, man. He told me this not too long ago. He's like, bro, more people rapped like Lucky than they did SPM, and I was kind of like thinking about it, like, damn. That's true. To me, I think that was a true statement. Like, no, don't get me wrong. SPM did his thing. He's a legend in the game. He as far as Houston and Mexican rappers, he was definitely top tier. But I think when Lucky came out, I heard a lot of rappers sound more like him than they tried to sound like SPM, if that makes sense.
I think I got an answer for that.
Yeah.
Because Lucky is like freestyle flow.
Yeah.
I mean, he said some shit. He was lyrical, but I think SPM, he was very technical with the pen. He would sit down and write.
Yeah.
So I think to listen to SPM, you would really have to think, like really pay attention. Lucky, you could. It's more like a vibe. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it'd be a different audience, but I mean, Lucky got that freestyle flow unmatched. Other than Lil Bing. Lil Bing got the freestyle flow too, so that's probably like the two coldest Mexican freestylers alive.
Man,
Alive.
that's high praise right there, man.
Yeah, no,
Who do y'all think, as far as Houston right now, that's on top of the Houston scene?
Popularity wise or talent wise?
Man, both. Let's do both.
Talent wise?
Yeah. Trap Vision
Trap
Films.
Vision.
He's got his mixtape coming out, man. Y'all don't even know, bro.
Shit, talent wise, man, there's some top ones up there, but one artist that really I feel like killing it as far as like rapping his ass off is AB Raps. So talent wise, I'd say him number one.
Okay.
Popularity wise, do we even count OT?
Yeah. I mean, you talking about underground, you talking about Houston? Because I got my own list.
We can include them. I know we can include them.
I'm going to put, always right now is going to be D-Baby's going to go first.
Okay.
Because right now he's the biggest in the city. Then it's going to be OT.
Okay.
Because OT is coming up, but he's making a fucking impression on people. Then I gotta say Young Easy.
Shout out to Easy, man.
So these are the top, like, 3. There's, like, different tiers to this shit. And then it comes us. So then there's AB Raps, Chop the Father. Who else?
Lynn.
I mean, I'm gonna put myself on that list because I got to.
I think, I mean, that look, if I'm being completely honest, that's why I chose you guys to be on the cipher, because I was like, to me, you know, there's a few people who are doing, you know, are doing it on a lyrical level, right? Uh, and I don't think as far as that collective and Fuse's Own is in that mix. Y'all ain't heard my boy Hardcore, man. Shout out to Hardcore, but y'all ain't heard him rap. But this dude can really rap. And he didn't want to. I asked him to do the cipher, and he was like, "Man, there's no competition." I was like, "Stop." He knows Mike Garza, and you know whatever. You know, he's being funny or whatever. But there's a lot of like we say, there's a lot of talent, bro. But it's just about putting it out there and putting it together. You know, like you. Like I haven't heard Doe Man mention it. I like Doe Man. Like I like his music. You know, what about Garza? Where does Garza stand in that? You know, Garza's kind of looked over a lot for some reason. You know, yeah, it's just it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You know, and I agree with everybody you said as far as the ABs, the Chops, and Spacemans, and Baby Lee was one that I just kind of discovered, and I was kind of like, yo, like I remember I was up late one night. And I was just like one of his songs came on. I think I was listening to like my music mixed, and his music came on. I was like, yo man, let me rewind that. I think it was the Young Chavez song. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is sick. I went back and listened to every one of his songs that he did. And I was like, I'm texting him. It's like 3 in the morning. He said, hey bro, you're dope as fuck. And I look, I was like, oh shit, it's late. Like damn. He woke up that morning like, hey, thank you, bro. I was like, my bad, bro. Anybody that knows me knows I don't really sleep. So like. I'm always up, you know, and I sometimes forget what time it is, and I will text you. So if you get a text from me, don't take it personal, man. I ain't trying to blow up your spot. But no, that's that. And this conversation is something that can go on, man. You guys, man, whoever you guys, somebody that we missed, man, put it in the comments. Comment, let us know. Maybe it was somebody we don't know yet.
Yeah, sure.
That's like, damn, we ain't heard of this dude yet. Like, you know, who is it? So yeah, let us know in the comments, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. Share this video with your people, and we just continue to appreciate the support and the love because as people, as brown people, Mexican, Latino, Hispano, whatever you want to call it, we need your support. We need a platform like this to constantly increase and get bigger so that we can shed light on the artists that are unknown that need that and really do it for the love of it, not just because they paid me X amount of dollars to promote their stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna put your music on even though it sucks, but because you paid me your fee, nah, I don't sell out, bro. I ain't no sellout, you know. So anyway, we kind of got off a little bit off topic, man. Let's talk about what's next for both of you guys. Not together, but individually. Like, what's next? You can, you know, without giving too much. I know sometimes we try to keep things under wraps a little bit. That's Mr. Secret over there, man. Mr. I got some things in the works. What are you working on, man? I'll tell you when the time is right. Like, okay, bro.
I like to fire.
This guy here.
I like to I like to keep things a little secretive, but at the same time I try not to keep it in my head for too long just in case that thought floats away into somebody else's mind. But man, honestly, I think I'm just gonna be focusing on doing some interviews as well.
Still waiting on my interview, but anyway.
Sure, we can do it right after this.
We'll do it right after this. Yeah.
But man, I guess just really interviews. I know there's a couple people that have contacted me from North Carolina, California, a couple of states.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to set up some Zoom stuff so we can get that started. And man, I mean, there's some other things here and there, but I don't want to talk about it too much. Like, there's some things like.
It's okay. You ain't look. As long as they know, they gotta follow you to keep up with what you got going on, and that's cool. Like I'm the same way. Like the cipher thing. How long have we been talking about it? And I just announced it today. You know, like we're about to record pretty soon, and then do the video, and then it'll be out. But I mean, it's the same thing with me. You know, I try not to let the cat out the bag too soon. You know, because I don't want it to lose its lust. You know, it's not lust, but its flavor. You know, like well. He been talking about the cyber, and then months go by, and we never get it done. And it's like, hey, he bullshitting.
I mean, I'll tell you this much. There's some things that I wanted to do, but I feel like due to the season, it's kind of too late. Like I'll give you a hint, but I won't tell you the whole detail. If you remember when I first started, I did a collage deal.
Yeah.
So I want to do something totally different, but it's gonna be really legendary. The only hint I can tell you is it's a recycled idea, but you probably won't remember it.
Mm.
But that's all. But I feel like that opportunity should have happened in the wintertime, but for a certain reason. But we'll see. Maybe when it gets cold again, we'll do it.
I told y'all
Still got
this
time.
is Mr. Top. See, I think he works for the CIA or something, man. This guy keeps secrets like no other. It's like it's crazy. But I respect it, man. Can't do nothing but respect it. I'm sure most of you watching is probably thinking the same thing. Like I don't, you don't just tell everybody, what you're doing, because the next thing you know, someone else is doing, like shout out to Javaz, man. He has tacos y tequila, right?
Yeah.
I have a screenshot. I'm gonna send it to him actually from 6 years ago, where I posted on Facebook that I was doing a taco truck tour. So when he came up with that, I was like, told him. I was like, who told
Yeah.
him?
There is one thing. I mean, it's kind of still in the process. If you've been paying attention, I collabed with Tex-Mex Flex, and we were doing the Tex-Mex Tales.
Oh yeah.
So we only released the first episode. The second episode, haven't edited, but I told him no rush because life gets to us type of deal. So hopefully we can finish the season because we want to do at least one season, 10 episodes. So hopefully we finish that this year at least.
Cool.
So that's
cool.
one thing I can tell you.
That's dope. Shout out to Tex-Mex Flex. He's another one that I'm waiting on my interview. He's been telling me, and I want to get you on. Let me know when. I will. It's been months. I'm like, okay.
Hey, he's outside. We're doing.
Yeah, he's outside.
Yeah.
What you got next coming up next,
man? Me, well, shit. As of now, since the day of this recording, like next week, the 29th, I got a tape release listening party for my tape called The Color of Money.
Okay.
Something I've been working on. I mean, I've been dropping little shits here and there. I mean, every month, I drop music every single month this year. But as a collective, personally, like anything that's dropped, I've been a feature on. And now it's a tape of just me.
Just you.
Just
no
me.
features.
No features.
Mm.
The Color of Money. It's the name of the tape. I chose that because look what's happening in the world right now. The value of a dollar is changing, So what's
facts.
the color of it? If it's gonna become digital, how can somebody like where does the money go? It doesn't even make sense anymore.
Yeah, what really is money
It's
now
like,
at
yeah,
this point? Because
so-
now it's like you said, going digital. It's like, yeah, that's wild.
It's just something to think about. So that's just the title of the tape. But yeah, the 29th at Big Out Craft Brewery is gonna go down. No Sleeps Production recorded it for me. Shout out to Young
No
Elder,
Sleeps.
yeah. Shout out to Sandman. But shout out to all the artists out there doing their shit, man. Cause this ain't easy. It takes some nuts to get out there and fucking showcase yourself like that. Cause man, shit, you don't think it's embarrassing? Like, yeah, fuck it, man. Some people might laugh at us and say, "Oh, they're fucking rapping." I'm like, man, I ain't a fucking rapper, bro.
But I'm not a rapper.
I'm not a fucking rapper.
What can people expect from this project, this album? Like, what is like some storytelling, or is it just some game? Is it just,
It's a little bit of everything,
Okay.
because it's a mixed emotion, because I'm trying to build up to something. So my last tape was Rubies. That's like going out into the jungle, or you're going out into the fucking desert field and you start digging and you find a diamond. This is the gem that was uncovered underground. Now this is the color of money. What's the worth of things? Is this really worth it? So I'm trying to show people that, hey, man, I'm a little bit older than these other cats, man. I don't play with this shit. I kind of take it a little serious.
Yeah.
So
I think you got to, man. I've always said
up
this.
the ante.
Yeah. If you don't take yourself serious as an artist or as a whether you're an artist, whether you're a videographer, whether you're a singer, a stripper, whatever, if you don't take yourself serious, man, why get mad if somebody don't take you serious? You don't. You know, invest in yourself, invest in you know, put your money up, man.
Shit, don't play about mines, man.
Yeah.
Don't play about mines.
Yeah, I heard the man. So let's talk a little bit about that event next. It's next week, right?
Yeah. So it's next week on April 29th. So this should be before this video.
Yeah, this would be like it'll be out next week. So before that.
So April 29th, like he said, it's gonna be at the Big Owl Brewery. And
sorry, North Tortilla. Oh, Big Owl, not Big Owl.
Yeah,
Thinking about that. Sorry, North Tortillas. I don't know. Some of y'all might be too young for Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah.
My bad. But you older guys, y'all know Big Owl. Big Owl like them boys. Anyway.
So we're gonna be out there, and there's gonna be two performers, KP and Papo, and then we'll be playing the tape. I think what is it? Just 6 tracks. Yeah, we were actually playing it on the way over here, and man. Sure, I feel like I can give you like a little quick review if you want to.
Yeah, give it to us, man.
You cool with that?
That's what.
Yeah,
up to you,
man. So if you heard Rubies, there's probably like one track on there that kind of has that same vibe. It's got like a laid back, you know, saxophone. It's real smooth. It's like some shit you'd ride to in the city. What was the name of that one?
World Turns Slow.
As the world turns slow. That one was, you know, it sets the tone. You know, nighttime drive. And then he's got some like I guess he
Playership.
Yeah, some playership. There's what is it? What's it
Polo
called?
P.
Polo P.
Polo
He's got this
P.
song called Polo P. He's just on some straight playership. And then he's got the very first track. It's just called Intro, right? That one was like man, the vibe that I got off of it when I first heard it was kind of like that Meek Mill and what is it, Dreams of Nightmares?
Yeah.
Because you know he starts rapping and then the beat switches up and he starts, you know,
like the
keeping
pace
up with it.
picks up. Yeah. Okay.
So that one gets crazy.
Man, they play that Meek Mill thing in the club, bro. Like you could be at the club and they'll play it and everybody will know it word for word. Y'all thought I was, you know. Anyway, but that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, and then the last song on there is The Hand. That's the only single that got released.
Okay.
And for those that have been paying attention, he's released 2 songs in the past 3 weeks, but none of those are going to be on the EP. They've just been like something to build up to. So today he dropped the 420 song called Still Blazing.
Happy 420 to everybody out there.
So that's out right now. And then like I think it was 2 weeks ago, Jesse Jones freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just a couple songs to build up to it, but it's not going to be a part of the tape. So, and if you want to listen to those, it's just going to be YouTube only unless he decides to want to post it on streaming services.
So with this event, is it open to the public, or do you have to be? It's a special invite.
It's open to the public. Shit, the more the better.
Hey, so we'll have all the information in the description down below. If you want to come out, the information will be there. Come out, hang out with us, man. We're gonna be in there. I'll be in the house. Yeah, drink some beer. I think we're having some food, right?
Yeah.
Is it Martha that's doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Chef Gypsy Soul, Martha, man. She's been killing it. You know, she's cooked for us on our show. She did Cuban Diva, Anthony and G's HipHop live show. Brought some food for them. Look, I shout out to Lil Flip. He tore up them tacos. I seen it. He loved them tacos. So
shoot, J-Baz is actually gonna be there to do the tacos and tequilas.
Oh,
so they're gonna eat Martha's food.
Oh, this is dope. Yeah, I'm hella excited, man. We even got some stuff but now I'm excited. You guys should be excited too, man. Support local, support Brown. One of my hashtags is Buy Brown. Come out, support, man. Come out and show love. And you love hip hop, man. Come out, man. You love our people, man. Come out and support. Have a beer, hang out with us. We're definitely gonna have a good time and listen to some good music. For those at home, man, let them know. We'll have the description in the description where they can find you, but let them know just off top where Instagram, YouTube, where they can find you on all social media platforms.
Instagram is _ Padrino. YouTube is Carlos Slim with a $. I got a catalog, man. You can find something. That's all you got to type. And Twitter, not really active, but it's El Mero Mero 187. And yeah, man, fuck with me, man.
Tap in with them, man.
Yeah. And shit, just about LatinX, hip hop, everything. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, of course, YouTube, and whatever else they end up coming out with.
You sound like me. They asked me, well, where can we find you? Everywhere, man. Just type them damn Mexicans, and look, my link tree will pop up, and you can, we're still on MySpace, man. You go on there and check us out, I think, but nah, again, I just want to thank you guys for coming out, man, and being a part of the new era of TDM Talk. We're going to continue to strive to push the narrative of brown businesses, brown artists, all of that, bro, so we just want to continue to lock in and keep that relationship strong and keep it fresh, and, we do for each other and not really, count favors type of thing. Like I just be a real one, like you said earlier, man, because in a world of so many fakes, when you do find someone that you can trust and hang on to, man, hang on to that person. And that's in life, man. I'm not talking about just business or relationships. I'm talking about life in general, man. If you have someone good in your corner that's down for you, man, hold on to that person.
But don't leech.
Yes, definitely don't leech.
Yeah, don't leech. You gotta, they gotta gain off of you too. It's the only way to grow. You gotta water the soil.
Before we go, man, any last minute shout outs?
Yeah, man. Well, shout out to everybody that's on that cipher, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to No Sleep Production. Shout out to the man behind the camera, Trap Visions.
Yep.
Shout out to the homie Urban Goods. Appreciate you for letting us come through and shit. So, obviously, shout out to the boy David, TDM. Shit, we're here for you. We're gonna support you, man. Even though you're not doing it live, keep on going. We're here. We're watching you. Just like how you buy Brown. Shit, I support Brown, so we're gonna be watching,
bro. That's the one thing people don't realize. Like, when I remember a friend of mine once told me this a long time ago. Man, you got to remember, everybody ain't built solid. So I tend to stay with those that are like that, man. So I appreciate both of you guys, man. And of course the gentlemen that are here too, Trap Visions Films. We have a lot of stuff in the works, especially with the talk show now going in the direction that we're going. Marty at Urban Goods, the whole team at Urban Goods, we've been locked in. Y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna be doing a lot for the community as well, and continue to do for our people, man. As much as we can, we will. When you have a heart that gives and is giving like that, you don't really care about who's around and who's not. You just keep going. You got to keep going, and you got to keep doing you always. So we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, man. All notifications. That way every time we do an interview, you get that. TDM Talk, man. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Talk.